Picture this nightmare scenario. You just handed over thousands of hard-earned dollars for a shiny, seemingly perfect used car. It looks flawless, it drives beautifully, but a week later, you try to register it and the DMV drops a bombshell. The car is actually stolen. Or maybe your mechanic gets it on a lift and points out a rusted, flooded, damaged frame completely hidden under a fresh coat of paint. It's absolutely devastating. But here's the good news. You actually have an ultimate shield against those sketchy Craigslist scams, title washing, and outright fraud. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're going to learn exactly how to check a vehicle identification number, or VIN, for free online. So, are you buying a secret? Honestly, that's the million-dollar question you've got to ask yourself every single time you look at a used car. Skipping a VIN check carries massive financial stakes. You're basically gambling your money on a stranger's word. But by the end of our time together, you won't just be a car buyer. You're going to be an investigative detective equipped with the absolute best tools of automotive forensics, knowing exactly how to uncover a car's hidden past before you ever hand over a single dime. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the car's secret fingerprint. Then, decoding those 17 characters, finding the hidden numbers, how to actually check them for free, spotting scams and red flags, and finally, our key takeaways. All right, let's jump straight into section 1, the car's secret fingerprint. So what exactly is a VIN? It stands for Vehicle Identification Number. But a modern VIN isn't just some random string of numbers they slapped on at the factory. Standardized by federal regulation back in 1981, it functions as a vehicle's permanent, completely unalterable fingerprint. Just like no two humans have the exact same fingerprint, no two vehicles on the road share the same VIN. It literally tracks a car from the very moment it rolls off the assembly line all the way to the junkyard. And here is the golden rule of modern automotive forensics, the number 17. Every single valid VIN for a passenger vehicle manufactured after 1981 must have exactly 17 characters. This is a strict, non-negotiable baseline. If a seller gives you a number with 16 characters or 18 characters, you immediately know something is very, very wrong. Moving on to section 2, let's decode those 17 characters so you know exactly what you're looking at. Think of the VIN like a highly structured database key. It's basically a secret code. Characters 1 through 3 make up the World Manufacturer Identifier. This tells you the country of assembly and the brand. So a 1, 4, or 5 means it was built right here in the US, while a J means Japan and a W means Germany. Then characters 4 through 8 describe the actual vehicle, like the model, body style, and engine size. Character 9 is kind of fascinating. It's a mathematically calculated check digit used strictly by computers to detect fake VINs. Finally, characters 10 through 17 tell you the model year, the specific assembly plant, and the unique serial number of that exact car. Now, I want to give you a massive fraud alert cheat code right now. Valid VINs never, ever contain the letters I, O, or Q. Why? Simply because they look way too much like the numbers 1 and 0. If you're looking at a dashboard plate or a title document and you spot the letter O, you're looking at a fake or a major clerical error. Just walk away. Okay, section 3, finding the hidden numbers. Where do we actually look for this code? Scammers are notoriously lazy, but automakers make falsifying a car's identity incredibly difficult by hiding the VIN in multiple different locations. And your job? Check every single one of them. The most visible spot is that metal plate on the driver's side dashboard, which you look at through the windshield. But hey, if the dashboard plate is scratched up or faded from the sun, don't panic. You just move on to the others. Open the driver's side door and check the sticker right there on the door jamb. Pop the hood, because it's often stamped right into the engine block or the firewall. And finally, you absolutely must check the paper documents, the title, and the insurance cards. All 17 characters across all of these physical and paper locations have to match perfectly to pass your audit. Auto theft experts will always tell you to look super closely at the rivets holding that dashboard plate down. Factory plates use very specific, patented fasteners, often called rosette-shaped rivets. The fonts will be super crisp and perfectly aligned. But if you see standard pop rivets that look like they came from a local hardware store, or if you spot tool marks, weird adhesive residue, or scratches on the windshield glass right around it, you are looking at a tampered plate, and that is a massive red flag that the car is hiding a stolen identity. All right, section 4. Now that you've got the VIN, let's talk about how to run a digital background check for free. Your very first stop should always be the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA. This is a totally free official government tool. You just head over to their Decoder website at vpic.nhtsa.gov/decoder. Punch in those 17 characters, and it'll spit out the exact factory build specs. You really want to make sure that data perfectly matches the car you're standing next to. If the Decoder says the VIN belongs to a V6 engine, but you're looking at a 4-cylinder car, Houston, we have a problem. After that, use the NHTSA recalls portal to ensure the car doesn't have any unaddressed dangerous factory recalls, because the seller trying to offload a car with a major open safety recall might be misrepresenting the vehicle in other ways too. Next up, you'll want to visit the National Insurance Crime Bureau at nicb.org/VINcheck. This tool is incredible and, again, totally free. It queries massive databases to instantly tell you if the vehicle is currently reported stolen or if it's been totaled by an insurance company and slapped with a salvage title. Now, keep in mind, they do limit you to 5 free searches per day, but it is an absolute must-do for your first pass. And obviously, if this site flags the car as stolen, stop the transaction immediately and contact local law enforcement. Beyond the government tools, there are some excellent free third-party data providers out there as well. Sites like vehiclehistory.com offer free reports that can show you past owners, accident histories, and sales records. iSeeCars has an iVIN tool that gives you fantastic market value estimates. And VIN Audit is another great resource offering free standalone tools to estimate a car's true market value and long-term ownership costs. Using a combo of these free sites gives you a really robust history profile without spending a single dime. Moving into Section 5, let's talk about spotting scams and red flags out in the wild. Consider this classic scenario. You see an ad that says, "Clean title, 50,000 miles, great deal." But when you run that free VIN report, the cold, hard database facts might tell a completely different story. Like, salvage title, 150,000 miles, flood damaged. Scammers love to use a tactic called title washing, where they essentially move a wrecked car across state lines to exploit loose regulations and print a brand new, clean paper title. Or they'll use VIN cloning, literally stealing a legitimate VIN from a similar car and slapping it on to a stolen vehicle. Your VIN report is the ultimate lie detector that stops these scams dead in their tracks. You also need to pay close attention to the seller's behavior, because honestly, it's often the biggest giveaway. If a seller flat out refuses to provide the VIN before you meet or claims they just don't have it right now, walk away immediately. Other major red flags include a price that is drastically below market value. Remember, if it seems too good to be true, it almost certainly is. Watch out for high-pressure sales tactics or sellers who refuse to actually meet you in person. Always verify that the seller's driver's license perfectly matches the name printed on the title. And finally, if they start asking for untraceable payments like gift cards, third-party escrow sites, or wire transfers, trust me, it is 100% a scam. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, our final takeaways and a quick disclaimer. Here is your chronological timeline for a totally safe used car purchase. Pre-visit, you ask for the VIN up front and run it through the NHTSA, NICB, and third-party sites right from the comfort of your couch. In person, you become the detective. You check the dashboard, the door jamb, and the paper title to ensure all 17 characters are absolutely identical. Inspection, you inspect those dashboard rivets for any signs of tampering. And finally, before any money ever changes hands, you hire a trusted, independent mechanic to properly inspect the frame and the engine. And of course, a quick but important note here, this explainer is based on available data for educational purposes. A VIN check is an incredibly powerful tool, but digital databases aren't always 100% up to date. You should always conduct your own comprehensive due diligence, trust your gut instincts, and consult professional mechanics or legal experts for major purchasing decisions. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. Have you ever run a VIN check and uncovered a dark secret about a car you almost bought? We really want to hear your detective stories. Leave your experiences in the comments below, because it might just save someone else from making a huge mistake. And if you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to subscribe for more deep dive auto insights. Thanks so much for learning with us today, and hey, happy car hunting!